Hello and welcome to Comedy, Cigars, and Music, and today's cigar for review is the Illusione Singularé. I'm guessing it's pronounced Larry. I doubt it's Larry. I got a buddy named Larry, and I doubt anyone's going to name a cigar after him, Lord knows. Off the foot and wrapper, I'm getting milk chocolate, dark chocolate, barnyard, cream, hay, and some spice. So that's what the good olfactory system is telling me today. Now the olfactory system, in case you're not aware, is what provides, in layman's terms, beings with the sense of smell. And in case you're wondering, that's what the band looks like. All right. All right, so starting off the cigar here, quite a bit going on really with flavors. There's some butter in there, this toastiness, but this toastiness has like a sweetness to it, okay? There's a fruity component in there that hasn't really come out and defined itself yet, hasn't said, hey, I'm this, I'm that. It's just a fruity component in there saying, hey, we're part of the fruit group. So just don't worry about that. We might get to that later. There's some spice coming in. I don't know if I said it before, but just a little bit of earthiness in there, okay? So some good stuff going on flavor-wise. Now, on the retrohale, I'm gonna have some earth, a little bit of butter, okay? Maybe a little bit of that toasty component too in the retrohale that I was getting. Now I think about it, now that I ponder upon it. On the finish, definitely spice on the finish. Now I say definitely, but I don't mean to, you know, cause any caution. Just there's spice there. And it's, again, I've mentioned this before in other reviews, here on Comedy, Cigars, and Music, that that spicy component is definitely present, and it's enough there that it kind of pulls other things together, I think. Kind of pulls the cigar together. Also on the finish, a little bit of that toastiness, a little bit of that fruit component in there, a little bit of earth in there, but it's more that spice, the fruit component, and the toastiness, all right? All right, well, the components of this cigar is wrapper, binder, filler, all Nicaraguan. So that's what that is. It's Nicaraguan. All right. And to be just maybe a little bit more specific, they implement a Criollo 98, Corojo 99, and a AAA grade Corojo Cafe Rosado. So just to give you a little more detail. All right, so we're rounding off the first third here, and flavor-wise, I'm going to break this down for you because there's quite a bit going on, okay? So, as I start pulling that smoke in, I'm getting this toasted cracker, okay? A little bit of butter and some honey. This really faint sweetness of honey there. As I let the smoke linger in my mouth, I'm getting this, now that toasted cracker, once I have the smoke in my mouth, this toastiness kind of separates itself. So now I'm getting a toastiness in there and this slight fruit, okay? This slight sweet fruit type of flavor. And then as I'm blowing the smoke out, this very subtle milk chocolate kind of lets everybody know, hey, it's time to go. We're leaving the party here, okay? So that's kind of how that goes. On the retrohale, it's this just very clean earth, super clean retrohale, okay? And then on the finish is going to be some roasted coffee in there. I've been able to detect just a little bit of apple, like an apple fruit in there, okay? And then that little bit of lingering honey sweetness, and then when all that's gone, very clean. Very clean. My mouth feels really clean, or palate, whatever you want to say, feels really clean. It doesn't have any type of real aftertaste. It's just clean in there, okay? It's like I take a drink of water or something like that after a run. I run from time to time. Keeps me healthy, keeps me young, keeps me moving. So it's all right. Now, as far as how this cigar is performing otherwise, the draw is just a little snug. All right, the draw is just a little snug, and the smoke output I would say is about average. I'm not blowing smoke chimneys in here, but still, I'm just giving you that. It's not taken away from the experience or anything. Just a little bit of snug on the draw, and just kind of an average smoke output. Not a big deal. No big deal at all. Alrighty, so we are getting into the, about the middle area of the second third here. I gotta tell you, gonna be about the same story as far as flavors. So as I'm pulling that in, the smoke in, obviously, I'm not eating the cigar. So I'm pulling the smoke in, getting this fruit and toastiness, and even in the past couple draws, there's been this real subtle milk chocolate coming in, okay? As I hold that smoke in my mouth, there's almost like that subtle milk chocolate and this grain type of flavor, okay? And then as I'm blowing the smoke out, the smoke is exiting from my mouth. I've got that subtle milk chocolate again, saying, hey everybody, it's curfew, and we need to get home. Also, there's a black pepper right at the end there, kind of whipping my tongue, saying, hey guy, like that. I'd like to think that anyway. All right, so then on the retrohale, getting some roasted coffee, okay? And then on the finish, there's just leather, and it's a fairly short finish, and there's a little bit of fruitiness in there, and then it's just clean again. Just a clean finish. So I like that. I do like that. The draw through the second third has remained to be a little snug, okay? Nothing major there. If I just give a little pressure at the end here as I'm taking the pull, that seems to resolve the issue. So no problem, no problem. Fixable, fixable. Like many things in life, you run into problems, you find a solution, it's fixed. Would like to thank our sponsor, 58ring.com. You can go to the description box below, click on the link there that's titled 58 Ring something or other, and if you go to that site, you purchase something, you get 9% off. A couple other links down below if you want to check those out. Feel free, helps the channel out. So anyway, and I gotta tell you, if you haven't seen any Illusione cigar stuff on social media, I'm gonna be honest with you, they got some interesting pictures up there. A lot of it is very reminiscent to me of the alien culture, UFOs, things like that, extraterrestrials, if you want to say that. Also, kind of harkens back to some body snatchers, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So, very interesting stuff. Makes me think of Area 51, to be honest with you. Just what I'm getting, but maybe you look at it and you get something else. Maybe you look at it and you think, hey, it doesn't remind me of that at all. Well, that's all right. Got this neighbor, and every so often he's got this buddy comes around, and I think his buddy gets into all kinds of trouble. I've seen the police officers, law enforcement agency there quite a bit. Well, this last time, and I feel kind of bad, but I don't, his buddy is sitting on his porch swing, right? And the police officers come and they tell him he's under arrest, and he causes all kind of problems. Causes a real hullabaloo, I think you can say that. And so I could see things were getting a little intense, and I hate to say it because I usually don't do this, but I pulled out my cell phone. And about 5 seconds after I pulled out my cell phone, they tased him. I caught it on camera. I showed my neighbor later. He said he thought it was funny, but not to tell his friend. I think his friend's name is Sal or something like that. Probably an experience I'll never forget. And I can always check out my cell phone, because you know I'm not getting rid of that video. Come heck or high water. Alright, we're finishing up the cigar here, and I will say just off the bat, a little bit of splitting happening with the wrapper, but not a big deal because we're finishing up, so it doesn't really matter. Flavor-wise, there is some creamy milk chocolate now, toastiness and a fruitiness in there, right? And even really in this final third, I haven't had a lot of it, but towards the end here, some black pepper has come back. The retrohale is just very clean retrohale, still very smooth. On the finish, now on the finish, there's been a little bit of the spice that has come back, and that's just very, very subtle. And then you're gonna have, but the overwhiting, that's kind of like a big semi-truck you see on the road. The overriding flavors have been creamy milk chocolate and a roasted coffee, and in the finish, really, here in the final third, the finish itself has just left this creaminess. This creaminess all over my palate. So that's enjoyable, and that finish is still really clean once it kind of, all those flavors kind of move out. It's just a really clean finish, so I dig that. Now, actually, you know what? There's a little bit of fruitiness there too. Nah, all right. Anyway, so rating this cigar on a scale of 1 to 4, I'm going to give this cigar a 3. This cigar is just, it's just been really enjoyable. These flavors are kind of very nuanced, so I like that word. It's a nuanced word, I suppose. The flavors just kind of, you know, kind of get in your mind, maybe deep in your mind. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, 3 like if, you know, you get to see somebody get taste. In case you don't have it in your phone, you might remember that anyway, so. Anyway, smoke time for this cigar came out to 1 hour and 55 minutes. Hey everyone, as always, thanks for joining us. If you enjoyed this review, have enjoyed other videos, other reviews, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please make sure to leave them below. We'll get to them as they come along. Until next time, guys, be cool to each other. Try to stay away from neighbors' buddies who might find themselves on the other side of the law. And yeah, we'll see you soon.